fresh, 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 flex, fresh, fresh, Hellmax, bless.
Better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get him, Lord.
activate,
Hey.
activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get him, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get him, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey.
Activate. Let's go.
They say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way? So
Holy Spirit,
you
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get him, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
hey.
You
Hold
cannot.
on.
Okay.
I am here and I am queer. Okay. I'm on time. That needs to be acknowledged immediately. I'd appreciate it. I deserve it. Right away, just going right on ahead and just be like, thanks for being here on time, for appreciating our time, all of it. I would love to see all of that. Let's start there. I love you all. I absolutely do. It's nice to not have to cuss y'all out today. Because y'all let it try. Y'all let it try. And y'all can't try today because I'm on time to make sure that y'all can hear me. It looks like you guys can. Y'all be trying it, but y'all can't try it today. So I love you guys. We are here to talk about Megasis. To talk about Megan the Pegasus, y'all. She out here untamed. She is upset. Ho, ho, ho. She is out here upset. Megan the Pegasus is mad. She's mad. She's mad. She said she's not playing victim. She's not doing any of that. But she's very so much upset. She is. Oh, that's too high, Lord. That's too high, Lord. I need that to come down a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. No, it's still too. I'm tall because I'm really tall. So I've been meaning to adjust this. I will wait until I'm live to do it. Oh well. Yeah, all of that. Okay, that's too. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. You can leave if you know. If you don't like me doing all this one now, you can leave. You show folk in. That was kind of cute. The up high. That's kind of cute. That's kind of that's, the up high. Yes. Okay, let's do this for a little bit. Hi everyone, Island. Hello, moderator. Baby Shay. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Heidi. I love you too. Hi, Sarah and Janae, my girl. All of you guys, Jackie and Bean Sanita. Am I saying it right? Naughty. Hey girl. Happy Friday, Sean. Happy Friday to you too. You are started up. I am. Shout out to Chrissy. Yes. Yes, we're gonna act right. I hope so. Actually, because I'm about to cut up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to cut up. I sure am. I'm about to run amok. So shout out to everybody in the chat. I love you guys. We're gonna get right into these topics. So y'all know Megan the Pegasus. She out here. She upset. She is mad. She absolutely is. because Drake is out here in this album who 21 Savage got. Because I mean 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. Because they done made this album and Drake is talking his ish in this album, y'all. Okay. So before we get into that, because that's part of the topic, we're also going to get into Megan Thee Stallion, Megasis, allegedly losing her case with Carl Crawford at what you call it, 1501 Entertainment, y'all. Because y'all know they've been going back and forth to Kurt. Megasis said, "Look, it's time to go. I'm a wild stallion. Okay, I'm leaving the farm." And Carl said, "No, you're not. No, you're not. You still owe me some more albums, Megasis. You still owe me some more albums." So Megasis was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't." So now they're in court. Okay, so let's get into that. Megan the Pegasus says the judge hasn't ruled that her Something for the Hotties doesn't count as an album under her contract with 1501, despite conflicting reports. Okay. Now, before we get into what Megasis had to say, the female rap room and other people, even YouTubers and bloggers and all that good stuff, they've been reporting it as well, that the judge rules that at the Stallions, Something for the Hotties is not an album under her contract, leading her to Carl Crawford and 1501 Certified Entertainment one more project. So it's been reported, y'all, that Megan the Pegasus, she still owe Carl and 1501, she still owe them one more album, y'all. And this last one was supposed to be, the one with her. All of that was supposed to be considered, well, it is considered like her last project, being attached to 1501. And 1501 said, Carl Crawford said, you still owe me another album. Like, you tried it. We need one more project of Acha because that album does not count. Okay. So this is what was going around. So Megasis was upset. Megasis was mad. So she said this is her responding to FEI. We'll get into that. But Megasis said no judge has ruled anything about this 1501 case. This information is not accurate. The court date for this isn't even until December 12th. We have not went into court and got a summary judgment. Please stop spreading misinformation. Thanks. So Megan said, no, the judge actually did not say that. Like, y'all try to. He didn't say that. He said that we coming back to court on December 12th. And then we're going to go from there. Like, that's what he said. So y'all can stop going around saying I lost because no, I didn't. And nobody has stated yet, which I believe Megan. I don't think she's lying. And there is an alleged court date on December 12th. So, well, not alleged. It was the court date on December 12th with the same parties involved in this now. So from what I gather, she's right. They have not ruled anything yet. And again, why would they be going to court December 13th or 12th if it was already taken care of? Like, it's not. So there's more to come. It's a to be continued. So cut it out. It's what Megan is saying. So if Yaya, after Megan wrote the tagged her and put up a post on Twitter stating otherwise. And she said, you sure? And Pegasus said, very sure. And when the issue is corrected, I hope you post that too. So Megan's saying like, yeah, I'm very sure. Yeah, you tried it. Yaga. Yaga, Pegasus is coming for you. But, you see it. So, but yeah, so Pegasus like, y'all got me twisted. That's not what's going on. Like, we good. Are you sure? Yes, very sure. And when I show you that I'm very sure, I'll hope you post that. I hope you at me in that and the corrections, and all of that, girl. So, yeah, I guess we will see. But as of now, Megan has not lost anything with Carl and 1501. She has not, from what Megan is stating, and meaning it's happening to her. So, I mean, I just don't feel like she has to lie about her. Like, this is my life. You're not about to tell me about my life. So, yeah. So I don't think that she's lying. So shout out to Pegasus just for that. Just for that. So, someone's, states it, asks her, here you go, playing victim again. Jesus, aren't you tired? Oh. So Pegasus says, playing victim equals standing up for yourself. Got it. Moving right along. I'm not even touching that. I'm not even touching it because I can't. So, Beyonce, look, y'all, because we're going to get into what y'all are here for, Drake. Beyonce and her family was the Carters for Halloween. Look at them. Oh, my God. They look amazing. They look so good. Shout out to my girl, Beyonce. I think this picture would have been a lot cuter if your mom, if Miss Tina Knowles played the grandmother on the show. I thought that would have been so, like, perfect, right? But Beyonce playing both the grandmother and the mother from the show, I think that is super cute. So yeah, shout out to them. Look at them. Look at Blue's little penny. Oh my goodness. So this was so cute. I have to show it because I'm just like, oh, it's so cute. Like, I loved it. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I loved it. So gays, a shout out to my cousins, the Carters. A shout out to my cousin Beyonce and Blue and my little cousin roommate and Sir. Hey family. So gays, I'm claiming them. I don't care. I want to be related. I feel like I deserve to be related to them. We don't have to talk. We don't have to be in any pictures. We don't have to come to each other's homes or anything like that, but I want to be related. So I'm related to them. I don't care. So a shout out to my family. Look at my family being all one to her. I love them. So yeah, this is beautiful. Shout out to the Carter family. Just something uplifting. It's been so dark. I feel like the topics lately have been so dark. So like I said, we're gonna get right into the reason you all are here. So did Drake shade Megan the Pegasus or no, y'all? Oh my goodness, in this new album. So Drake said in a line, this BI lie about getting popped, but she's still a stallion. Oh my goodness. Okay. I laugh because it's so blatant. It's like, from what it seems like reading that, you're clearly talking about Megan. I mean, like, I don't know. But I just feel like it does feel like a direct shot at Megan the Pegasus, right? So the internet went in an uproar once this was stated. And this is on the album Circo Loco with Drake and 21 Savage. So Pegasus comes from Megan the Pegasus, says, I know I'm very popular. I know I'm very popular, but y'all got to stop attaching week 8 conspiracy theories and bars to my name, LOL. Ninjas nor hoes ever address me or at me with a fact or receipt. No, just get a fact or receipt. I am clouds. B, keep sucking my uchi wale uchi bang bang. And so Pegasus gets annoyed and she comes forward like, when she heard that Drake was out here, saying that she, nay. So Pegasus got upset. She galloped right on over to Twitter. Okay? And she said, nay. So, she was upset. Okay? It was horseshoe tracks everywhere on Twitter. All right? When she decided to go on there after she had seen this, because she said, oh no. So she got upset. Okay? So the horse Megasis decides to come out here and let y'all know that she has been popular at the farm. Okay? She is the prize stallion at the farm. This is what y'all won't do. This is what you're not going to do. Beige. This is what you're not going to do. Half Canadian, half Houstonian. No. Oh, Drake. You talking about me getting shot up? You talking about me getting shot up? Drake, come here. Nay. So she's very upset. And she used to look at here. Beige. Are you coming for me? Are you coming for me? So she was trying to make it seem like he wasn't coming for her, y'all. So you know, us, you know, the community being nosy, came in and was like, look, he said stallion. So technically he did say your goddamn name, horse. He forgot to say all that. But I ad-libbed it. And so then Pegasus, she gonna come back and say a stallion is slang for tall, thick woman. We know you are that's a huge bitch. Like we know you one of those. Like we get that. We get that when you walk in a room. We get it. When you well, you know, you come in a room in a long dress, it's given. Like when you was with Tori, I'm holding your hand. You know, we get it. Okay. Okay, girl. But the only thing stallion is slang for is nay. That's it. You're not about to make that something. No. No. No, girl. Male horse. You tried it. You tried it. If you're going to turn that into something, you need to use it in a sentence. You don't be using it in a sentence. It's just in your name, guru. You ain't come out with one song talking about some, I'm a stallion. Tall, thick beat. Like, no, we done got a savage out of you, but the only thing stallion is slang for is, that's it. Like, no, you tried it. We're not about to make, you're not going to make fetch happen. Like, let it go. You messed up with the name. Just change it like Lotto did. Okay, just change it. Because she's weird too, you know. She changed her name from mulatto to Lotto because mulatto was offensive. So doesn't Lotto still mean mulatto? Because it was a problem when Nicki Minaj called her scratch off, right? So she's not a ticket. Like, isn't that still offensive or is it not? Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. So I'm just like, yeah. Okay. So just change it, girl. Because we all know what stallion means. So yeah, here flip. So yeah. So she said that it's actually slang for tall, thick woman. So some tall, thick woman that got popped, that got pow is who Drake's talking about. Although I am a stallion and I'm a tall, thick woman, and I got popped, he's not talking about me. Well, last I checked, Nathaniel Leaks, she ain't get popped. And that elk, because you know, you a horse, she an elk. You know, so I can understand somebody like, ooh, he came for Nene. He came for Nathaniel Leaks. Ooh, Drake. That I would understand. But now he said, but you still a stallion. Drake don't call his girls stallions. He call them hoes. So yes, girl. So no, and that's where state and y'all gotta stop that. It's slang in Texas, and it's a lot of people that's down there that's from the south that speak like they're trying to say all that, gotta say that war. It's a lot of people down there that speak like that, but it's stay down there. It's stay down there. It's not up here. I don't go anywhere in the store. And then what can I do you, babe? No, don't talk like that. Don't talk like that. don't talk like that, girl. So yeah, here flip. That's down there, you know. So it's not like a universal thing. So because y'all say that in Texas, I'm not there. So when I hear stallion, I'm thinking about what's in the dictionary. A male horse. Okay. So I get the Houstonians understand, and just like the Floridians understand what them people down there be saying. Atlanta understood mumble rap before any other place. Because it was down there, like that's what was going on. And then certain people made it big, like Migos, other people, right? And then it became a sound, and it was everywhere, right? So it's the same thing with slang. Like when people like, period, that's said everywhere. Stallion is not. If a big old tall woman come in the room and she's succulent and she looks amazing, that's still a huge bitch walking in there. So she found it. Oh, that's big old bitch. Let's see if she could get it though. I climb that tree. So I mean, we call y'all trees. But making the tree, that makes a little bit more sense. Climb it. So but I get it. But stallion? I done heard of thoroughbreds. I done heard of thoroughbreds. I done heard about them. But stallions, girl, lost. Like, oh, she a stallion. What? Are you gonna ride him? Because it's a horse. So you calling it? You saying that's a fine nigga? Oh, dude chick? Like, what are we doing here? So, but yeah, boo, that's not universal. So you need to tell Pegasus to say it more, okay, girl? Cornbread thick, pancake batter thick. I done heard all cake thick. I done heard all types of stuff, girl. But stallion, very gay. So, gays, very gay. Yeah. Very gay. So gays is very gay. So it is what it is what it is. So shout out to the people in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Texas. Yay. Shout out to Texas. Love Texas. Gays, but we don't understand y'all that we ain't here yet. Okay, we like halfway, But other than that, I don't be like confused when Texas people talk. I mean, it's fine. But I just ain't heard none of them throw around stallion. And I've been in Texas a lot, Houston especially, and Dallas. Are there anybody saying no stat? Where they saying that in the hood? What ward? What ward are they saying that in? Because I done been to a couple of them, and I made it out. Ha, ha, and I made it out. So gays, I done been to wards, and that didn't come up unless they talk about her. That's the only time I heard stallion. So but yes, her flat. But shout out to people in Texas with y'all lingo. Absolutely. Make sure y'all hitting the like or I'm gonna quit. Y'all gotta be hitting the like or I'm gonna quit this job. So move right along, because of course there's more. Of course there is more. Because it's getting really messy out here in these streets. Let me just write this one. It's getting really messy, and I like it, honestly. I think this is kind of fun. So Megan said, okay, now I will have to agree with Pegasus when she said this, okay? When Megan said, stop using my pow-powing for clouts. And I would agree with her. I do not feel like, especially any man, needs to be rapping about that and putting in, regardless, no matter who you believe, I feel like you should respect both parties enough, especially if you Team Tory. I feel that you should respect both parties enough to just leave it alone, to just not really even bring it up. I mean, it's something that Megan is going through with Tory, so whether you believe it or not, I just feel like it's not for us to. That's between Megan at this point. It's between Megan, the judge, and Tory. Is how I look at it. The case is going to come out how it comes out. I don't know, but at the same time, I don't think it's cool, especially for a man. Like, I could see a woman taking a dig because women can be very catty towards each other. But a man, coming out taking like literal digs, like I would never do something like that, especially on a big platform. I wouldn't go on a platform with 2, 3 million, 4 or 5 million people watching me or could be watching me, like literally, because I'm popular, but I'm not that popular. And say just some crazy stuff like that. Like I think it's distasteful. It's not something I would have done. I don't think it was a good decision on Drake's behalf, too, if who he's talking about is Megan. I don't think that was a good look. I just feel like it's way too many dudes out here, Aubrey, because y'all know Drake is my baby daddy. Aubrey, I think there's plenty of men out here that are coming for you and that are shading you. And I feel like you could have took this time to come for them. I mean, like Pusha P, he still be shading you and coming for you and whatnot. Y'all had an epic little battle between each other. You could have been shading him, but it's like you taking your time to come from Megan. I'm like, I get you may not, you probably, he may not like Megan, which is fine. But I don't feel like as a man you should be coming for her. Not as especially as big as Drake is. I could see a smaller artist doing it. But Drake, I'm just like, really? Like, you must be mad bored to just getting bored with rapping. Because you did just have an album, what, come out this year? Last year? Either this year or last year. And you already doing another album, like I get it, working hard, cool, this joint album, pretty much that he did with 21 Savage. But I just don't feel like somebody of his caliber has to do stuff like that, has to do those type of antics. I feel like with the stuff he said about Serena, which we'll get into that, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of weird. Like, I just feel like it's kind of weird. Because it's so many dudes that's shading him. So it's like you've got all of these that's coming for you, and you talk about them. But okay, I mean, I can't tell him what to talk about. And again, if he does not like Megan, or if he doesn't think Megan is telling the truth, I mean, I guess we do tell artists to put it in the music. So, that's what I'm saying. I'm not like literally knocking them for it, but I just feel like it was kind of lame. Like if you guys, I don't know. It's kind of lame. And y'all know how I feel about Megan Sis. It is what it is. But I just feel like that was kind of lame, to do, in my opinion. I feel like it's kind of lame. But it is what it is. I could see a female rapper, coming for another girl like that. But it's just like, and then it's not like Megan has been like outwardly shading Drake, coming for Drake, like anything like that. So then that what I would get too is from what I get, Megan ain't coming for Drake, like in any way. From this is, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know. I'm not there. But publicly, Megan, I have not seen Megan come for Drake, or even in her music. Maybe one time she may have mentioned him, but I don't see that. So it's kind of like, to me, kind of came out of like nowhere. You just shading me for what? It's kind of how I look at it. So I think if they had a public, even with her music, if she was saying something, shooting shots at Drake, when I was like, okay, cool. I get that. Why Drake like, all right, well, fair game. So now it's like when Megan, so people can't say Megan clout chasing if Megan even go in the studio and do a little freestyle or something and come for Drake. Like, you can't say nothing. Like, what? If he throwing shots, I could throw shots too. Type of situation. So they'll say, I feel like people will say that like, oh, she clout chasing, or how is she clout chasing? Like if she clout chasing, then he is too. That's how I look at it. So again, I don't know. I just find that a little weird. I'm just like, that is a little weird that you're talking about that girl, being popped. I mean, but it is what it is. I guess, it's rap. So this is, this is rap, this is how the game goes. Everybody can get it. Nobody is, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of crazy though. So I feel like people will try to connect it with other things like, oh, he probably only doing that because of this person and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, he said it. Shout out to Yvonne. At the end of the day, he said it. So do y'all think, because there is another theory out there that he's not talking about Megan, but it do seem that way though. No, see, there y'all go. Shout out to Yvonne. Thank you, sweetie, for the super sticker. Nikki ain't saying nobody to do nothing. Like, because I feel like people are already gonna be saying stuff like that. Like, oh, Nikki sent Drake. I don't know. I don't feel that way. I really don't. I don't feel like Nikki was like, oh, you should diss Megan in your song for me. Like, I don't see Nikki. If anything, if he wanted to shoot shots at her because of Nikki, then that's his own doing still. Nikki, I feel, don't have nothing to do with that. I feel like Nikki didn't send anybody to do anything. I don't feel that way. Not Drake, like out of all people. I'm gonna send Drake after Megan. Like I don't see that. Stranger things have happened, but I don't see that. I don't think she would do something like that. Not it's not far fetched. Nikki is petty, but she's not that petty. You know? And Drake, I just don't feel like he would listen. Like I don't. I feel like Drake he making his own mind up especially when it comes to his music. Like if he wanted to say something about somebody, then that's what he gonna do. You know. I do find it weird that even with Serena, because we're about to get into that too, but I do find it weird because I'm no holds barred. Anybody can get it with my roasting and my gagging. I don't care what your race is, female, male, I don't care. Anybody can get it. You know, I just leave the kids, I leave the babies alone. And you know, anybody with any type of mental illness or anything like that, I try to leave them alone too. But other than that, anybody can get it. You know, that's how I look at it. So, I mean, it's the same thing with Megan, but with Drake publicly, Drake, Aubrey, you like to publicly come at Black women though, and then you would like to go on stage and tell other women of nationalities how beautiful they are and how beautiful they look and all of that. You ain't got no smoke for none of them, you know, in your tracks. Although you done slept with them and been around them and stuff like that too. You don't have no smoke for them. The Selena Gomez's and all of that, the ones you just had to let them know how gorgeous, you know, they were. Remember we did that at that award show and Nikki was like in the audience, she was like, well, what about me? It's like he said on the microphone, I gotta let you know how beautiful your beige skin is. How beautiful. You're a beautiful light skin. You're beautiful. Muriel. Ooh, Muriel. So yes, hair flip. So y'all, I did notice that with you, Drake. You do that. He does. He absolutely does. I was like, okay, look, Drake, nah. You like to Aubrey. You like to go on public scales coming at the Black girls. But then when it comes to the other ones, the Latinas, all of that, you ain't even saying that Cardi. I'm just saying. You throwing shots at Megan, but why for come you and say nothing to Cardi? Cardi threw a shoe. Cardi threw a shoe at your friend. Aubrey. Cardi threw a shoe at your friend, bitch. Okay? So you ain't even take no shots at her, but you gonna take a shot at Megan? Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of lame. Because I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Like I can see him doing like with Cardi. I'd be like, oh, the street's about to be on fire. You know, I can see that, you know, with Cardi. But you skip over the person that threw a shoe and you go, okay. I just find it a little weird. I don't know. I'm like, so you don't have anything to say to the mortal enemy? You nothing? Oh. But then you go after the girl that allegedly got popped. Weird. And you mentioned you're bold. You're bold, Aubrey. Okay. So yeah, I just find that a little weird. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why would she send him after Megan? Like, if I was gonna send him after anybody, it would have been Cardi. I mean, because out of the situation, I think Nikki dislikes Cardi more than she dislikes Megan. Like, she don't like Megan either. But with Cardi, it's a little different. You know, with Megan and Nikki, I feel like there's room for reconciliation maybe one day. Maybe because, you know, she's worked things out with people that, you know, she's had problems with. Nikki's done, even with like the city girls, you know, and stuff like that. They had issues, you know, and whatnot. And then Nikki finally had to sit down with them and talk to them and, you know, had a discussion and, you know, they're cool now. You know, there's no problem. So I think with Nikki and Megan, that's possible. But with Nikki and Cardi, I don't know. I don't think either side. I don't know. I don't know. I have no opinion on that. No opinion. But you know, so I just kind of found that a little weird. I'm just like, well, But whatever. So move right along. But Drake, you do that. You do like to publicly go after the black girls, and especially the dark ones, the ones that got melanin. You go after them publicly. You absolutely do. But then the not to make it a light skin issue or anything like that, because it's just black women in general. He will publicly go against and say negative things about. But when it comes to other women that are of other nationalities and whatnot that make some of the same mistakes or mistakes differently, it's like he don't have nothing to say. He cool on all that, but then you'll come for Serena and Megan and what? Like, whoa. Like, even with Nicki, I mean, it was at a certain point to where we couldn't tell. It's like, is he shading her in this song or not? Like, it was some songs I've been listening to, like, is he talking about Nicki? Like, so that's why I'm glad when they actually showed that they were cool publicly, because I'm like, oh, okay, so now with his music, I don't have to feel that way. But I was feeling for a while before they, reconciled Nicki and Drake, that I'm like, is he coming for her? Because I feel like he's coming for her, but, was what it was. So, again, he will publicly go after, he will do that. But moving right along. Okay. So Megan says, people attack me, y'all go up for it. I defend myself. Now, I don't want to read her last time because it was just too many pop-out words in it, but whatever. She says, people attack me, y'all go up for it. I defend myself now, I'm doing too much. Every time it never ends, and this did not happen until I came out and said I got powed. Y'all don't F with me, okay, cool, F it, bye. Do y'all feel bad? The people that's talking heads, so do y'all feel bad? Shout out to Happy Love. She said, not groupies when the woman you had a kid with. It's the getting the escort pregnant for me. It's being overseas smashing porn stars for me. Like she, like a literal adult film star. Like he need to. The nose said it all. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super sticker. But yes. So yeah, that that ship right there has sailed. I mean, so I'm just like, yeah, you can't talk about nobody, baby mama, nothing, Aubrey, nothing. She was a whole dog film star overseas. Like, just, let's not do that. Let's not do that. So Megan feels attacked because people in the audience, the commenters, a lot of comments are against Megan, and I can see how that can be very annoying to her. How that can be very upsetting. Because again, nobody's going around talking about that incident and what happened. So with anybody bringing it up, it's especially in this type of tone to say that she lied. Because again, in Drake's lyrics, he said that she lied. And I'm not even going to touch that because I know how sensitive people are. So I'm not even going to touch that. But he's stating that she lied. I'm not saying this is confirmation because a lot of people are going for like Drake is God. And Drake stated that he is the all-seeing eye and he sees everything. And that didn't happen. It didn't happen. She lied. Is basically what these content creators are going forward with now that Drake has came out and stated, because y'all know how they look for messages and rap, and all that good stuff. So this is a message to tell y'all that Megan lied, allegedly, through Drake in his lyrics, okay? So Megan is being bullied. There are people attacking her, which some people are. I won't say that she is exaggerating when she states that people are attacking her, because there are. It's not funny, but I'm just saying it's true. People are like coming for, because I'm the type of person that just, I don't care about a person attacking me. Like I just ignore it. But Megan, which, hold on, because I know a lot of y'all want to look at Megan, please hit the like. Didn't Megan just say that she was going to take an internet like break? Wasn't that like a week and a half ago? 2 weeks ago? Like, she said she was going to take a break. Can you, not Megan is cat. Mary said, can you read what he said? Yeah, I think it's, hold on, I'll pull it up. Yes. Drake said, hold on, right here. The itch, which the B word, lie about getting popped, about getting pow, but she's still a stallion. Drake says she lied. That's him. This what he said. It literally said in the lyrics. This bitch lie about getting shot, but still a stallion. That's exactly his exact words. I say pow. So, but I'll just say exactly what he said so that it can register with the people in the back. But yeah, Miriam. Who not the Lipo King? Shout out to Lizzie, not the Lipo King. I cannot. Here's the thing. He didn't define. And he needs to stop acting like he actually from Houston and say stallion. He is from Canada. Yes, an Oreo cookie from Canada. So is what he is. So he didn't specify. He didn't specify. And he did that on purpose. Marion girl. He did it on purpose, girl. Right, low-key bully girl. Oh, I cannot. It's not a Mustang. I would agree. Mustangs don't get shots unless he's talking about Popeye. He over there talking about that horse. Is who he talking about. That is who he talking about. Right, low-key fighting words. I mean, that's why I say he went there. He absolutely did. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying, like, he already know how it's gonna look though. So like, oh, you're a man, this is a woman. That's how a lot of people gonna look at it. So they're not gonna look at it as like, oh, that's cold. Unless you just love music, Or if you're a stud. Because most stud lesbians do not care that he said this. Most stud lesbians is like, oh, Drake went off. Shout out to all the studs. The studs don't matter, but the lipstick lesbians, they like protect Black women. So that's how that is. But yes, he is the studiest of the studs up here in this picture looking like Cleo from or Set It Off. Looking like Cleo, giving Khadijah. Absolutely. Over there giving Khadijah. Girl. So yes. Absolutely. Yes, he is from Canada. He stopped acting like he is from the Third Ward in Houston. Good. He got to stop acting like that. In Canada, it ain't no telephone pole, power lines on the ground, and cable lines on the. Oh, you ain't getting that in Ontario. You ain't grow up like that. No, you didn't. You gotta stop acting like you are almost grown. Because Bow Wow did the same thing. Everything was about Ohio. While he was a child. And then he went down there and met up with B2K and did the Millennium Tour. And then he down, around Atlanta, profound. Like, no. You was from Ohio, Columbus. No, you tried it. I'm like, no, you from Ohio, nigga. Like, no, ain't no Atlanta, profound. I wouldn't already let Ludacris get away with it. He Atlanta this, Atlanta that. Nigga, you're from Chicago. I'm like, I'm gonna need you to stop acting like you were from Peoria, Chicago. You was from the Midwest. Just like you ain't from Atlanta. Here every song, welcome to Atlanta. I'm like, you're not from there. I'm like, you're really not. Like, your mom never went into labor there. She did not. That did not happen. So we already let Ludacris get away with it. But then Bow Wow roomed it with a T, not an ED, roomed, apostrophe T. Bow Wow came through and roomed it for Luda and everybody else. It's just like, no, now y'all from where y'all from. No, because not that little boy, him, no, Snoop little nephew, no, him, no. So, yeah, hair flip. So, and Bow Wow didn't beat nobody up. So that was another thing. It's like he's soft. Like, we good on shot. Like, no, he's not from here. We fight. He just run around loving, taking everybody girl, the 4 feet, so it's just like, no, we ain't got time for that. So, yays. So, again, he said what it said. Now, y'all want to come in here and talk about he was talking about some burp shots. We're going to get into that. That he was talking about butt shots, but I mean, again, it does not seem that way because he would have just came and cleared it up. It's a simple message, simple little tweet. And he could have just cleared it up. Drake ain't want to clear it up. Drake was like, take it how you want it. No, we just wrote that one. Sorry. So right here. So this woman, Tiara, says, I think he was talking about booty shots. But once again, here the internet goes misconstruing things and being messy. I hate to see it for them both. Please, y'all please just kiss and make up. Life is too short. We sat ASF over here about Takeoff. Now, don't get me wrong. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven. But life must go on. So y'all not about to come in every room. Every time something happened, every time some new drama go down, y'all not about to come in the comments talk about some sitting in the ghetto. Y'all absolutely not. Like, okay, we need to let these people mourn his actual family. We need to let them mourn, and I think it feel because his name gonna keep coming up. So it's just at this point, now that people trying to move on from it so that the family can so too, instead of everything they see is take off. Okay. So when other stuff happen, we need to highlight it so we can move on and not as a he don't matter. He absolutely does, but what's done is done. So we have to start transitioning into other topics and stuff. It's no disrespect. It's just moving on. So every time something happened, y'all not about to come in there talking about something. I really miss Takeoff from Migos, even though he gone away. Like y'all no. Every response not to be like we just lost Takeoff and y'all over here doing this. And we just lost him and y'all over here doing I really miss like y'all not stop. Now it's drama going on, let it be drama. Now look, if they get into it, oh well. It's what the Lord wanted. Now the Lord don't put more on us than we can bear. So that horse gonna be all right. Like it's all right. And everything ain't gotta be about Takeoff. Now we love him. And God rest that young man's soul. But girl, we over here talking about Megan. We over here talking about how Megan is. He getting talked about and how she forgot about protect black women until somebody say something about the pow. Every time these animal cruelty charges come up, she want to run around protect black women. She want to run around Sandra Bland. Why folk come? Girl. So we sit over here talk about that, then here you come. Talking about some y'all don't realize Takeoff gone? And y'all over here talking about this? We supposed to be a family. I really miss like we not about to. Y'all not about to do that. Every time, no, we let the drama happen. We need it. Nah, we need something like this to take our minds off all that stuff. All this traumatic stuff that done happened this week. Now we need this drama. Always trying to come in and act like we forgot. We ain't forget. We still mourning. Okay? Our souls is still, saddened. Okay? You ain't about to come here and act like you sadder than us. Like, no, I can't stand here. I'm like, no, she ain't coming here like she's sadder than us. You're not. You're not. You're not sadder than us. You're not sadder than us. You're not sadder than us. You're not. But you ain't about to come in here one glad morning. You're not about to, you're not. My God. I'm like, y'all not about to keep doing it for real. Every time we try to talk about something new, y'all over here talk about this. What about Takeoff? Unfortunately, the man is gone. Nothing we can do. We could bring him back, we would. But we can't. So in the meantime, we about to talk about Nay. We about to talk about her. That's what we're about to do. So that's it. Look now, because like I don't mind. You could put rip Takeoff in the chat. I'm completely fine with that. But don't y'all come in here like her. Don't y'all come in here like her. If I'm over here arguing with somebody, that's over here on the use of the tube, girl. Let me argue. Y'all come in here talking about some y'all over here arguing. Life's so short. Look what just happened to Takeoff. We get it. Okay. Now, Mark Lamont done came over here, just getting in the shit, and said, Neighborhood Talk said, Mark Lamont will calls out Drake for what he said about Megan the Pegasus. He said if he mocked the powering of a male rapper, people would be outraged. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing. Lamont. Here's the thing. With the power of Pegasus, with the males, especially the ones that survived, none of them stated that it was glass, and all of that. Like no, none of them did that. So, when the male when he get pow, all of the details be out. We know pretty much exactly what happened. Look what happened to poor Takeoff. We pretty much saw everything, type of situation, right? So it would be the same thing with Pegasus, but it's not. It's like a lot of things are unclear. A lot of things didn't add up, doesn't make sense, So again, a lot of people just like to go straight to blaming, and I'm not even going to say man, just people in general, because there are people that disagree with what Megan has stated about certain people. And the reason why is because of her. Y'all got to stop making it seem like men came out here and was just like, this didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. No. The original report towards the second report, towards the surgery, it wasn't because a lot of stuff, and it should have never been like that. Again, like I said from jump, I would have rather her just have been quiet until she was ready to just speak on it in general and state what happened to her, instead of putting out statements that it was glass and all of this stuff, the helicopter and the hopper with the feet. And it was just a lot going on, around it. And a lot of things, again, did not add up, especially her story versus to what was seen. Okay? Didn't add up. It absolutely did not. Who was driving? Who was in the back? It was weird. Okay? So that's why most people question it. It's not like she came forward, told the story from the beginning to end, didn't change, nothing changed, blah, 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 or just certain little minor things changed that were remembered later, and stuff like that. But that's not what happened. So making fun of a rapper that passed away, especially that got pow, would be crazy. But any rapper that's alive and got pow, they just state what happened or don't talk about it. One or the other, and they have that right. She has talked about it, and a lot of times differently. So she brought that own energy into her life. It's not people don't want to believe her because she's Megan Thee Stallion. Like, no. It's just like, girl, you from jump, it's just been story after story after story after story. Just when we feel like we know what happened, it changes. And when it does, you're the one changing it. So her credibility was lost in translation. That ain't got nothing to do with us. So again, people not believing her makes sense instead of it just like, you have no reason to not believe this woman and blah, blah, blah. No, like again, she did it to herself. And with the people, the public not believing her, which who cares if you're telling the truth? If you're telling the truth, who cares what the public thinks? I mean, that's how I feel. You know, he's a rapper. Of course, people gonna be more so on his side than he is mine because he's a man, blah, 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 whatever. So you already know how it's gonna go. Just stand firm, tell your story, and go from there. Try to do everything in your power to get him justice. What does the public have to do with that? The public is not persuading the jury or the judge, you know, or anything like that. So why do you care what they think? You should be caring about what that jury and that judge think. Nobody else matters because that's who's gonna put them behind the bars, not the public. So yeah, but she did it to herself, not telling the truth from jump. And I get it being afraid and all of those things. That's why it's better to say nothing. If you're so afraid, you say nothing at all until you feel comfortable enough to speak. So then your story is consistent, it stays the same. You don't have to worry about nobody questioning you. But she came forward with 4 or 5 different damn stories. One week it was glass. The next week she was actually popped. And then after she was popped, she comes forward with clues, but doesn't state like, okay, well, we know who you were with. Why not just say it? And then when she feels like, oh, well, he's shading me, he's saying certain things. Now I'm good. It was just too many games being played. You know, like, girl, he didn't get him. You protecting him. And then when you don't want to protect him no more, because she didn't have to, like I said, she went near him. She was protected. She was away from him. It's not just somebody she's in a relationship with to where there's certain fears. He could, if I say something, blah, blah, blah. No, they have been completely separated after that incident. I don't even know if they've seen each other since, besides that one show that they made Tori leave. But other than that, so she has plenty of protection. So to be afraid of what? I mean, so she treated it like a clout chase in the beginning and turned it into something more serious when she realized that the public didn't believe her. That's on her, you know. So I get if you want to defend her, cool. But I mean, it's all in how you go about it. You know, don't come forward because she is a victim. So you don't need to come forward and make her one. If she said Tori did that to her, that's her story. Like, I can't take that from her because other things don't make sense. It still doesn't mean that she's lying, but it also doesn't mean that she's telling the truth. So I'll just wait around just like everybody else. You know, she's not lying because she's black. She's not lying to me because she's black. If she is lying, she's doing it because that's what the fuck she want to do. That's on her. I don't know why one would lie about that, but you just never know. He stated, Mark Lamont Hill, started listening to Drake's album, was 3 tracks in when I read about the Megan the Pegasus reference on Twitter. I won't be finishing the album, and please don't tell me it's just wordplay or that it went over my head. I'm very smart. I got it. Doesn't make it less gross. If Drake released a song with clever wordplay that mocked the pop howling of a male rapper or any man that of that matter, the same people defending him would be outraged. But of course, he would never do that. Again, I feel like Drake is talking about Megan. I don't feel like he's talking about butt shots. I don't feel that way because he could have easily specified that a little bit more to let me know that he was talking about surgery. He said that about her. He said that she lied about getting pow-powed, as far as I'm concerned. So I would agree with Mark when he states that. I don't think that it went over my head, you know, or anything like that. I don't feel that way. If it was a play on words, it's very easy for Drake to just state that. Like, I'm not coming at no woman or anything like that. Like, it's all just clever wordplay. Simple. And it's like, oh, okay. He said he want to talk about her clearly. He said it's just wordplay. So he must have been like talking like butt shots or something. Her line about surgery, but clearly she got it, you know, something like that. Cool. Very simple. And even, you know, don't even take a paragraph, you know, or anything like that to just state that this is just a wordplay, clever, you know, just being clever. I wasn't trying to come for nobody. Like, you know, if you feel that way, my fault. That's not what I meant at all. There's plenty of different words that he could have used. He's good with metaphors. So again, I feel like he was talking about Megan, like, you know, and he ain't come forward and said that he wasn't. So as far as I'm concerned, for the people that's saying that, oh, he is talking about, yeah, I'm not reading that part. But he's talking about this and he's talking about that. No, he's talking about Megan. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. He's talking about her. He is. He definitely is. And he don't care who hears it, because again, he put it in his album. He wanted it to be known. He wanted it to be public. He wanted it to be clear in what he was saying. That's why I said I feel that he is being specific when he says what he says right here. If he wanted people to think that he was talking about surgery or something like that, he would have set it up that way. But he didn't set it up though. He set it up to sound just like what it sounds like. And that's crazy. And for Megan to be offended and have stated publicly that she don't appreciate him trying to profit off of her, you know, what happened to her and, you know, blah, blah, this and blah, that. And Drake still not saying anything. He know. They know. So they absolutely know what was said. They know. Mm-hmm. And his team definitely alerted him how Megan feels. I don't feel like Drake cares. I don't think he cares, because I feel that the shot was direct. The shot was direct and it was intentional. I'm going to intentionally shade you on purpose. And and shock factor, you know what he said, because that's like, wow, like, okay, Drake, well, because not many celebrities come forward, especially to state that Megan lied. And Drake and Tory Lanez aren't like Ace Boon Coons. Like, they're not like super close, you know, or anything like that, to where Drake would need to defend Tory. There is a petition that is going around that rappers are signing so that rap lyrics cannot be used against rappers in court. Megan signed the petition. Drake signed the petition. And I think Lil Wayne, somebody else. But there's other people, bigger rap artists, that are signing the petition, right? And funny thing, Drake signed it and Megan the Pegasus. And this is still an ongoing case. So with Drake coming forward stating that, shoot the shot, you know, and Megan saying that she lied about what happened to her, you know that? I was like, that's really shady, because they, whatever. So yeah, because word travels. It absolutely does. So if you're a juror on that case, you're going to hear what we hear. Like, you're going to hear what we hear. So I'm not going to say if I was a juror on that case, would it persuade me into feeling, no. But I mean, you never know. If one of those jurors are a huge Drake fan and they hear that, that's all I'm saying. But Megan's very upset by what Drake thought. And she has a right to be, you know, she want to be mad. I can't knock her for being an upset horse. So shout out to Mark. I agree with a lot of what he said. Not everything, but I agree with some of it. So r.a.m, D-A-R-A-M, y'all look, who once accused Drake of copying his Cha-Cha song for Hotline Bling, kindly asked for a one-on-one fade after Drake disses him on Back Outside Boys. Now, here's the thing. Isn't this the same dude that the baby beat up in that store? Didn't the baby beat him up? Mm-hmm. Didn't the baby put the paws on him in that store? And he didn't win. I will pull it up, but y'all know how YouTube feel about violence. I will pull it up, but I'm pretty sure that this is the dude that, I think it was like a clothing store or something like that, they bumped into each other at. And I believe, wasn't it the baby? I believe. No, that was Cam Cold Heart. Okay, so they're different people. They're different people. They're not the same person. Because I was just like, didn't you get beat up already? Like, do you really want to fight with Drake? Drake got some soft hands, so I don't know about him being a fighter. But I mean, we'll see. But let's get into what he said. And while we are, get the likes up, please. Hit the. I'm not coming back in until we got another 200-300 likes. It's a lot of y'all. Almost 800 people in here. Yeah, get the likes up.
I see him. You know what I'm saying? What's good with the one-on-one though, my baby? What's up, my nigga? But you don't want to do that. You want to have your guards. That's cool though. He ain't touched me though. And that shit from 5 years ago. Come on, nigga. Who else, like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you keep bringing up, why don't you bring up how you got smacked by a Diddy or some shit? Hey, somebody.
Be quiet, it's my turn. I know his hands is soft because they get manis and fucking petties all the goddamn time. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody that get their hands done weekly, on a weekly basis, hands and feet done. Got some heart. Who? Who you know? Who you know? And who he beat up? Who you see him beat up? Hurry up. Who he beat up? What celebrity boxing ring you seen him in? What nigga on the streets you see him going back and forth with, toe to toe and holding his own? Oh, okay. A nigga that get manis and petties on a weekly, no, Diddy, all of them nigga hands are soft as hell. Go look at their pictures. Some of their hands look better than the women's. The majority of them. I'm like, how your feet and hands look better than your woman's? Like, girl, like, go and look. Very soft, baby soft, baby soft. They don't do no manual labor. All they do is walk around all day and stand in front of a microphone when they have the choice, and may have to. The most they do with their hand is sign a goddamn contract, because none of them ain't writing. They all using Google Voices and recording devices and stuff like that to just record what they, you know, off the dome. They ain't writing them down no more. So yeah, their hands are very soft.
I tell Drake to shut the fuck up about that shit, man. Fucking 5 years ago. This nigga never even fucking touched me, nigga. I pressed his ass. His fucking bodyguards goddamn. I ain't gonna hold you. His bodyguards went to town on the kid. But his bodyguards did, not his bitch ass. He ain't touched me. He's a bitch. You know that. Come on, why I gotta goddamn get into all of that? When I see him, I see him. You know what I'm saying? What's good with the one-on-one though, my baby? What's up, my nigga? But you don't want to do that. You want to have your guards. That's cool though. He ain't touched me though. And that shit from 5 years ago. Come on, nigga. Who else, like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you keep bringing up, why don't you bring up how you got smacked by a Diddy or some shit?
I like to cha-cha.
Hey, somebody tell Drake to shut the f.
No, we gonna tell you to do that. Cause you know Drake ain't about to meet you outside nowhere. Like what would he, even if so, like, say, you know, Drake was like, all right, it is what it is. Why would he come outside to fight you? Like, out of all people, he ain't be the Pusha P, the person who outed Kanye, the person who outed his kid, Adonis, you know, and all of that. He ain't beat them, none of them. But he gonna fight you? I agree with Drake. I wouldn't even waste my time. I wouldn't even waste my time. Like, for what? Like, you? No. No. I'm not going outside and getting in my Maybach, none of that. And for you. Yeah, I'll pass. So yeah, I get it. So yeah, you know Drake ain't about to come outside and meet you for no favor. Like, he too rich for all of that. I mean, then you say he had his guards, not security, but his guards already handle you. Okay, so you already know what it's giving. No matter where you see him, he gonna have those same guards or different ones. And you still gonna have to go through them to get to him. To get to him. And if Diddy smacked anything, it was Drake's ass. Talk about that. Because he ain't never slapped Drake across the face or nothing like that. So you talk about the time he slapped on the ass? Because he ain't slapped him in the face. Let's be clear. Because you did not say that. Let's be clear. You talking about the last time when he slapped him on the butt? Is that what you're talking about? Because he ain't slapped no Drake across no face. Diddy ain't took off no glove and said, I challenge you to a duel. That's no. Diddy's gay. So well, he too gay for all that. I just don't see that. Him like, look, because you seen old boy from Power, the actor, Diddy was out there talking ish, but he ain't run up. He did not do that. He did not do that. I can't say to you so tough. You doing all this back and forth, walking around, all this. I'm over here. I'm right here. Come over here and get clear. You will walk that way. Walk this way. Walk over here. Come get over here. Hurry up. So yeah. I was like, well, you ain't do nothing. You was out there calling the dude a B and all that, but you still ain't do nothing though, Diddy. So you're definitely not about that life. Remember, you have people do things for you too. Yeah, well, all your security around you, and all your security was, they had on a Joker mask, but they were your security. So and two of them was your cameraman that was going around recording your gay ass, running all around the city being queer as folk. So but he ain't did nothing, but he's slapping Drake. Doubt it. So but yeah, you keep it pushing and yeah, get a retwist. Like that, you could be getting a retwist. You sitting here live talking about Drake. You could be getting a retwist, so you could be getting a retwist. Oh my goodness. So Kanye says, because Kanye says he still loves Drake despite Drake saying he only linked with him for Jay Prince. I done gave this man his flowers. So Kanye says, enough already. I done gave this man his flowers multiple times. Let's really see who are the real ops in the music game. Imagine all the rappers on the same side and everyone cleaning up each other's contracts. It's kingdom time. Love Drake. Hashtag love speech. Shut up, Kanye. No, because I don't want him to say that. I want him to say something else. Because Drake did say that. He only linked with Kanye because of Jay Prince. And this is the photo. Shout out to the neighborhood talk for being all over it. This is the photo of the link up with Kanye and Drake after their long going beef, to where everybody felt like this is the day that they became cool again because they're right next to each other in a photograph. And I'm here to tell you, Drake could give a damn. Drake does not want to deal with Kanye. Drake don't want nothing to do with Kanye. Drake don't want to collaborate with Kanye. He don't want to do none of that. He don't want to do none of it. Okay? It's no different than Jay-Z. Jay-Z is the same way. They tolerate Kanye, but they don't want to be affiliated. They don't want to be in business. They don't want to do anything like that with Kanye. They want no parts. They absolutely don't. So for Kanye to be making all these great moves, you see Jay-Z, when he parted ways, paid him that money, and parted ways for the title deal, and all of that, Jay-Z ain't looked back. And it's the same thing with, I feel, Drake. Shout out to Kiro's Life. I'm looking good. I'm like, thank you. There was somebody else that sent one too. I wish I could go back up. I just I can't. I'm sorry, but thank you so much for the super sticker. There was another one that I missed. I'm so sorry. Not because he's annoying. But yeah, they separated themselves from him, and it's not a good look to them, I feel, to work with Kanye. He's just too unpredictable. You never really know what you're getting with him. So I just feel like Drake ain't wanted anything to do with him. That was more so Jay Prince trying to make peace in the rap community, because he's done that with other artists with Drake too. I believe the Pusha P incident too. Jay Prince, kind of made some phone calls to handle that, because when these beefs get like the Pac and Biggie beefs, then they start going to the streets. Okay? It start going to the streets. So Jay Prince had to get on the phone and make some phone calls. Like, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to come down here and sit down like men, and because he already knew it could be some smoke in the city. So you have people like Jay Prince and others that can diffuse a lot of situations. So with Jay Prince owns Rap A Lot Records. His son, I believe his son found Drake, or was cool with Drake, listened to his music, and and they kind of helped Drake get to where he is today. Shout out to Brenda Stroman for the super sticker. Thank you, sweetie. I love you too, Kiki. I love you too. So yeah, I think that Pusha T. I think that's when they did that to diffuse what was going on between Pusha T and Kanye. So to me, Kanye was there basically speaking for Pusha T because he was signed to him in his label. So because Kanye gave Pusha T that information on because I was saying Pusha T gave Pusha T that information on Drake's son. So and that was the big bomb with his album that dropped because he told us about Adonis, Drake's son. So yeah, and that's why I feel like Drake like loathes Kanye. Because then it's like, now that we know he has a son, who is this son by? And then that's when everybody found out that Drake's baby mama is overseas adult film star. Okay. That it was just I was smashing her. I smashed her and she got pregnant. Like the first time we smashed, it was just on some, I'm just trying to hit it real quick, leave, you know, type of situation, hit it and sign this NDA and be on your way, type of situation. And she ended up getting pregnant. So the whole time she was in dolphin. So that's why he moved her over here to America once he found out that the baby was truly his, and moved her from where she lived to here. So yeah, she was an overseas adult film star, is what she was. So Drake bought her a new nose, and yeah, he bought her a new nose because that first one, my lord, and that first one, girl, that first one, girl, that first one, that first one, girl. I was like, oh my goodness. So he fixed it. He fixed it because she came over here looking like a thick toucan. She came over here looking like a thick toucan. Absolutely. And Drake said, no, we gotta. How do you feel about this? How attached are you to is this a forever thing or is there any way we could because they gonna flame you in America. They gonna light you up. Now I know here on about 6 of y'all got Wi-Fi, so you ain't gotta worry about none of that here. But you come back over to America, as dirty as I done been, oh yeah, they gonna light you on fire. So how attached to you are you to that nose? You know. So yes, hair flip. But yeah, so she got a nose job, so she look cuter now. But yeah, she came over here looking like one of them witches from the first Witches movie. The witches. Mm-hmm. Bruno. So yes, she came over here giving. So yes, so Kanye saying that, you know what, I'm not traveling in the past because I know Drake don't like me. He know. Like he know Drake don't like him. He know that the only reason they sat down was because of Jay Prince. So to me, that's not shade. That's Drake telling the truth. Y'all don't see Drake and Kanye partying. Y'all don't see them together. None of that stuff. Like this is literally the last photo on record of them. And as you can see from Drake's face, you can see from his face, like, okay, you can think it's sweet if you want to. You can think it's sweet if you want to. Like, that's what Drake's face giving, not like, I'm happy to be here. He ain't. Absolutely not. Don't touch me. We can stand by. Don't shake my hand. None of that. Is what this picture is giving. So yeah, that's no shock. So what people trying to make something out of nothing, that's just Drake being honest, because that's the truth. I mean, would y'all rather him lie and be like, I love Kanye? He don't. He don't, and he doesn't have to. So I mean, the F. But yeah, move right along. Where is Serena? Where my girl? We already talked about this. Nothing else. Where my girl? Where my girl Serena? Where my girl? So Drake shaded Serena's husband, Alec Is that Alexis? Girl, you lie. Serena, what is it with you and guys with girl names? First Aubrey, now Alexis, and both of them white. Serena, Gregory, what is up with you picking boys with girl names? Why is his name Alexis? And then you was with Aubrey before that? Here we go. This is gross. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. Need your next man. If you stay with, you can stay with Alex. He's rich. He seemed like a good man. But I'm gonna need your next man to have a strong name, like a Cleophas. A Rashad. I'm gonna need, cause Grow. I said not Alexis. So Aubrey over there pressed about Alexis. Serena, you sound like a dyke. Mm-hmm. Serena, you sounding real gay with these names of these men's girl. I'm just telling you. Serena, Aubrey said that Alexis is a groupie. What? If I didn't know these people, I think that you was munching on carpet. Because it's just like, well, girl, not Aubrey, not Alexis. What is going on? It's like, oh my God. What is happening here? But gone, girl. At least both of them rich, girl. Both of them rich, girl. One of them big in music and the other one on Reddit, girl. Gone, Serena, girl. So, yay. And both of them is Caucasian. Mm-hmm. Megan, if you want to get Drake back, just tell him that he's just mad that you're black. That's what I would do. Because that's what he really mad at. I just go ahead and say it. Since he just went on ahead and say you said it too. Go on ahead. People got a problem with Cardi saying nigga, but Drake said it's a half white person saying that every time he said it. That's why I let my churn use it. Y'all get beat up if y'all want to. That's on y'all. Don't come tell me about this shit. So yeah, just go ahead and say it. He's just mad that he ain't got your mom and dad of Megas' girl. That's all that is, girl. So yes, Drake is mad that he is still a half breed. Cut it out, Drake. Ho ho ho. Look, you cannot be upset that you is mulatta. It's all right that you mulatta. It's all right to be the swirl. It's all right to be a zebra. Like it's all right. Like that is okay. But you're not about to act like you blacker than Megan. You're not. That's what you're not about to do. And you're upset. You're upset. That's all that is. That's all that is. When she says nigga, it's a whole nigga saying nigga. But when you say it, it's a half white person saying it as well. Absolutely. So yes, so I get it that you're annoyed. Oh, you're annoyed. Get over it, Drake. And this situation with him calling Serena's husband a groupie, because he said sidebar, Serena, your husband, a groupie. He claimed we don't got a problem, but Nobu, like Nobu, I'm sure the restaurant, I think. But here's the thing. Drake, you are pressed. I mean, you got it, because Alex ain't bothering nobody. Alexis is not over there bothering nobody. Aubrey, leave Alexis alone. Alexis ain't bothering nobody, girl. Like, stop it. Aubrey, leave Alexis alone. Like, oh my God. Like, he ain't bothering nobody. He's sitting over there being the best husband that you didn't want to be. The best husband that you didn't want to be. You just wanted to hit Serena just so you could say the raps. Like, we already know that. Alex don't rap. Alex is also a great dad. So, yes, things that you don't necessarily want to be. You in that adult film star, because that's why you want to marry her. That's why you upset that she had your first child. You love that baby, but you're upset that it's by her. You absolutely is. We don't blame you. Yeah, you're upset. You're upset that that child was with her. Gross. You didn't want that. But now you got to deal with it. So or leave Alexis alone. Alexis ain't bothering nobody, girl. Leave her, him alone, girl. Serena, of course, she ain't gonna say nothing, but Alex did. Hold on, Alex said something about his chocolate thunder. Alex said, "Oh no, you not. Ho, 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 ho. No, you're not half white boy." So Alexis said, the reason I stay winning is because I'm relentless about being the absolute best at whatever I do, including being the best groupie for my wife and daughter. And this is the picture. Oh, no, that's not the picture. That's the picture. Okay. Well, that's them three in the corner, but of course, Serena's daughter is much older. Now their daughter is much older now. But yeah, again, what's the problem, Drake? What is the problem? Like, what is you coming for this man for? Like, clearly you still have a crush on his wife. Clearly you still be trying to flirt with his wife. Because what's the problem? You know, it is what it is. If Serena don't, again, I don't know what the problem is. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, he feel like that Serena treats him some type of way because she's married. But it's like that's what a married woman is supposed to do. I'm not supposed to be hanging with the dudes that I used to hang with. Like, yeah, nah. I mean, I'm not seeing you in public and it's like, hi. And he probably views it as fake, you know, since she won't sit around and boost his ego, you know, and all of that. And he may have sent her invites to certain things and she may not have shown up, you know, and stuff like that. But what is the issue, Drake? Like, simmer down. Buddy, simmer down. Like, you look pressed. It's because these people ain't thinking about you. Serena ain't thinking about you. Alex ain't, Alexis ain't thinking about you, girl. But you clearly thinking about them. So shout out to Drake for being pressed that somebody came and treated Serena in every way that he would have never. That's another thing with these dudes. They feel entitled to women that they would not have treated well. If she wanted to get married and have children and stuff like that, why would she mess with somebody like you, Mr. Never Settle Down? Like, but you feel deserving of that? Like, why? Why, Drizzy? So hold on, let's go back to the neighborhood talk because I'm sure there's updates. And I wanted to pull up that post about partisan, about party. It's on here. I know it is, right? So party trends after social users say he needs to defend Megan Thee Stallion after alleged Drake diss. I don't think that's smart for people to go around saying, like, first of all, this is rap. If Party want to do a record or something, come at Drake, hey, it is what it is. But let's not encourage violence because even people don't know that's literally encouraging him to go put his hands on Drake. Like, you need to go fight him. You need to go do, which is stupid. Like, the internet go crazy. But why didn't the baby get the same energy when he said that he effed Megan? Party wasn't trending in. The baby was. So where was this energy with the baby? Because Drake says something y'all won't Party. You need to respond immediately. But Drake has to. That's weird to me. Everybody deserves the same energy. You know, is how I look at it. And if y'all didn't like what the baby said, which y'all didn't, and you don't like what Drake said, why is it more of a high risk? You need to go after Drake. You don't need to go after the baby, although he said he slept with your woman, you know, and all of that. You know, you need to go after Drake. It's like, no, he don't need to do nothing. Honestly, to me, he doesn't need to do anything. If he wants to, I mean, that's his prerogative. You know, Megan is his woman. But at the end of the day, that's what people do in rap. You know, they say things that are going to make them stand out. That's going to make people talk, make people buzz. You know, that this is what they do. So he's going to have to do a lot of defending. You know, and I'm the type of person is don't start now because then you don't have to finish later. So. Because sometimes, especially when you're younger, you have the energy, you know, for all of that to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But then as you grow, you learn, and you pick and choose your battles, and some stuff just isn't worth it. So if a person is normally used to you responding, then they're going to want you to respond every time something goes down. And some things people just don't even want to approach because it just be that stupid. And if I approach it, I'm going to breathe life into it because people are going to say, well, why did you say something at all? If it's not true, why did you say something at all? And stuff like that. So it's just like, I'm just not going to say anything. But if you're a person that doesn't do that, like Beyonce and people like that, people don't expect a response. Even if somebody could come out right now and say something about Beyonce and Jay-Z, nobody's going to expect them to say anything because they don't care. Like they just leave well enough alone. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't listen because they do. I think they do keep their ear to the street, but they are known for not responding. So I think that they want to keep that energy because it's peaceful. That would be a peaceful life. So no matter what people say, I don't have to say nothing. I get to just kick back with my family and act like ain't nothing going on at all because it ain't, in their eyes because they don't respond. Like they don't say anything. Beyonce does, and this is why she don't interview no more. That's why Beyonce do not know. The most she'll do is like a magazine interview, a type of, sit down, not on camera, all up in your business, type of situation. But that's why she don't interview no more. She does not because people always just took and twisted and all of such and shit. So she just don't even do it anymore. She's just like, I'm done. Because she used to be on Tyra, Oprah. She used to be everywhere. Beyonce was always getting interviewed. And she even did red carpet interviews herself, as the interviewer. So, but yeah, she stopped, after she got to a certain place, she just like, no, y'all don't even care what I got to say. Y'all just want me to talk so y'all can turn it into something else. So I'm good on talking to y'all. So yeah, but I don't think people should be putting pressure on him to say anything at all because again, he doesn't have to. It's rap. People are going to talk about her. People are going to say certain things. So it's up to him to, save the peace that he does have because dating somebody like Megan is always going to be somebody saying something. It's always going to be somebody coming after her. It's always going to be somebody disagreeing with her. It's always going to be somebody trying to take shots. That is going to happen often. So you're going to do a lot of defending. As long as it's best to just say nothing at all, if you ask me. Just save that, put it in the music. That's definitely a response people gonna want to hear because that's Drake against Megan, like two big rappers, but female, male. A lot of those beefs are because usually in hip hop, it's dude on dude, girl on girl. Most dudes do not be coming at girls. Like they don't. Like let's just keep it real. They don't. And with females, most females just be going at, unless they dated the dude, most of them just go at the females. They don't really be like dissing dudes, in they tracks. So, I mean, this is why I feel like it's getting so much attention because it's a man against a woman. If this was female, male, no different than Mark Hill coming forward and saying like, oh, Drake would have never said this about a man. He would have never said this about a male rapper, and whatnot. So again, it's just because it's a dude against a female is why people, because I don't think people are pressed. I think people feel like, it is what it is, but that was kind of harsh to say. And him just bringing up her getting pow part, I'm not going to say that it's that he said that she lied. I think that is really what shocked people, coming from Drake, stating that, a big, he's a big celebrity, so for him to come forward and say that this other big celebrity is actually lying, because there hasn't been many celebrities to come forward and state that Megan is lying. Like, I don't know any like real big celebrity that has came from like, Megan lied about that incident. That didn't happen with her and Tori. She lied. I didn't hear nobody say that. So with Drake saying it, it's like, whoa, it's at a whole nother caliber of it being stated. It's not like some little random rapper that Megan don't like or they don't like Megan or something is saying it on on a track. It may get a little bit of attention, but Drake saying it, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I would understand Megan feeling attacked because it's just like, well, now everybody about to attack me all over again over something that I feel like was kind of handling itself, going away, on its own. And now it's all over the place again. And on top of that, he said, I lied. It's not like he said something cool about Megan. No, not about him defending her. No, he said, you lied. girl, he said you lied, girl. And I think that's why he kept it so anonymous, so that Megan wouldn't try to like sue him, you know, or something like that. Because I mean, but she is the person who signed a petition saying that rap lyrics should be left out of court. So that's why I said that's kind of ironic for Drake to sign the same petition and then come at Megan like that, because that is something she could sue him for. You know, technically going around saying that, you know, she wasn't shot. And she's still, you know, in court, you know, especially if it hurts or harms the case in any way. Which I don't think it will at this point. But that's pretty big, you know, for him to be saying that. And I think that's why, you know, he also didn't literally say her name. But for him to call her a B, you know, all of that stuff, I feel like he don't like her. He don't like Megan. So we definitely just figured that out, that he don't like Megan Thee Stallion. Drake clearly does not like Megan Thee Stallion. He does not. That has been confirmed through his music. Because I don't care what he says. You were talking about Megan. You absolutely were. He was. That's not a coincidence. And what? No, dude. You know what you were doing. And again, Megan, she has a right to be upset. She does. So I'm not gonna make it seem like, oh, she's whining. No, this time I don't think she is. I don't feel like she is. Because if somebody says something about you, again, if you don't believe Megan, that doesn't matter. She said her story. She said that what happened, and she is entitled to it. So we can't take that from her. You know, so, and if somebody's coming for it, she has every right to defend it. I mean, why would she not? I mean, just sit back and say nothing, because when you do that, then it just gets bigger, you know, sometimes. So sometimes it is nice to approach it right away so that people know how you feel about it right away, so that the cycle don't continue to where other people are now taking this and running with it, you know. So to me, that's not her whining, coming forward like, you know, people bringing up what happened to me and stuff like that. That's not whining. If, again, she is entitled to her story. I cannot tell Megasis that she is lying. Like, I literally can say, I know you lying, and I don't know. I don't. She could be absolutely telling the truth, or, you know, it could be the other way. But I'm not going to like try to destroy her or bring her down about it, you know, and be like, you are a liar, Megan. And I just don't feel like that's for me to do, especially as a man coming at her like that. I just don't feel like it's a good look. Rather you believe her, rather you don't, you know, just kind of kick back and wait and see, versus I'm just going to just judge her and just be like, oh, you are definitely lying. You're not telling the truth because Tori said this. And I just feel like it's trash. Just leave well enough alone. That's how I look at it. Let the courts determine, because they're going to tell the courts more than they're going to tell us, is how I feel at this moment. Megan's going to tell the court more than she's going to tell us, and the same thing with Tori. Tori's going to tell the court more than they will ever tell us. So we'll see how that plays out. But for people to be coming for her already, you know, like they know for a fact that she is lying and the case is still proceeding, I just feel like that's a little, that's why I said it's kind of whack, you know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah. So let me know in the chat, in the comments, how y'all feel about that. That's all I have with these two topics. Well, like three topics. When will this be over? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Miss T said Chelsea is testifying now too. Yeah, I don't know when it's been going on for years, right? I don't know. It's no different than with Cardi B case, you know, with that lawsuit she had going on. It seemed like that took forever. So I feel like it'll be the same way with Megan and Tori. I feel like it's going to take a while. They are really pushing this thing out. They really are. Yeah, they are pushing. But I have to get out of here, y'all. I love you guys. I will see you guys on the next video. We should be live on Station Head in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. The next time I'll open up the panel, I forgot to do that. I should have did that earlier. But yeah, so because I would love to hear our comments on these topics because I've been crazy. All of y'all hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. As we are exiting, hit the like, okay? Now, I love y'all. I'll try to come live tomorrow, but if not, I'll definitely be live on Sunday. So, yeah, until then, I love you all. Be good. Bye.
Fresh, 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 fresh.